Free golden birds for War Thunder. Inspect the app in the description below.
This is an educational picture brought to you by the Squire Ministry of Combat Flying and General High Altitude Distinction. Has this ever happened to you?
This is Rabbit Leader to A Flight. Trade for us over Maidstone.
My God! Fighters coming down, now!
Sorry, old chap, what was that? Couldn't understand a word, I'm afraid.
I said enemy fighters coming down, now!
No, didn't catch it that time either. Afraid I don't quite follow the banter, old scout. Tell you what, try saying it slower.
Enemy
Yes?
fighters
Go on.
coming down, now!
No, didn't get a word of it. Anybody else?
No.
Oh dear, this fighter wing has been utterly rogered out of the sky, a meaningless loss that could have been averted had a certain Hurricane pilot here picked himself up a copy of the Squire Combat Flying and General High Altitude Handbook, or SCFAGAB for short. Why, on the first page it states the following. Rule 1. Always communicate in good old-fashioned English banter and Air Force jargon. Why, not only is banter easier to process and understand in a combat situation, but it also prevents the Germans from deciphering our radio communications. So let's try that again, but this time making use of Rule 1.
Crikey! Bunch of monkeys on the ceiling, Skipper!
What? Bally Jerry's walking the dog topside, you say?
Rather!
Roger that. This is Rabbit Leader to A Flight. Break. Break.
Remember, it states very clearly that you must communicate in banter at all times. Otherwise, confusion over the radio can result in this.
Watch out! Behind you, sir!
What?
Let's give that another go, shall we?
Tally-ho, Skipper! Hairy blighter right up the how's your father, sir!
Roger that.
Now, as you all know, the Germans are trained to fly out of the sun in a feeble attempt to inhibit your view and catch you off guard. But if you're following Rule 2, which will have you not only looking, but flying into the sun, this can't happen. Thus the phrase, watch out for the Hun in the sun. And look, even when surprised from behind in an underhand ambush, our state-of-the-art Hawker Hurricanes have defeated the enemy, causing heavy losses. Probably. Now, after handing Bally Jerry a thrashing defeat such as this, you should immediately enact Rule 3. After every victorious flight, which is every flight, always perform a victory roll to signify another flawless victory over the Hun. Moving on! Now, as of late, Jerry has been blindly targeting our well-hidden radar installations across the coast in a foolhardy attempt to blind Fighter Command and to conceal their own badly organized incoming air attacks, which is where Rule 4 is now crucial. Always allow the Germans to bomb our radar positions, as this will eventually lead the German leadership to believe the RAF completely blind and vulnerable, thus lulling the high-ranking Hun into a false sense of security, when in fact, Fighter Command can rely on an elite formation of crack units from the Observer Corps. Checkmate, Herman. Similar stories of defensive heroism can also be found on the Mediterranean fortress island of Malta, where as many as half a dozen of the cutting-edge Gloucester Gladiator type have been hammering back Italian invaders. Why, this man has been following Rule 5 to the letter by sporting a sharp military moustache. And bang on time, here comes another badly planned flight of Italian bombers. No problem, say the island's defenders, as they scramble and rally to the call. This man, saved by his moustache. Meanwhile, at this RAF station, these pilots have followed Rule 6 to the letter by always parking their aircraft as close to one another as possible. Not only does this allow for a quick mass refueling, but it also keeps all the aircraft in sight and prevents sabotage. At this very moment, and purely by coincidence, an entire squadron of German bombers has just peered into view. But all is well on the airfield, as parking in this fashion also lowers the chance that any of our aircraft may be momentarily disabled by stray bombs. Oh, bollocks. But fear not, as look, it's one of our new Polish fighter wings, still in training nearby.
Black Hawk leader to A flight. Turn to port and steer 230.
Niemcy! Niemcy! Na dole! Nie widzę ich! Gdzie? Na dole! Na prawo! Idę na nich! Widzę ich!
Stop that Polish chatter and steer 230.
Repeat, please.
I say again, 230.
Repeat, please.
For crying out loud, 230.
Repeat, please.
Repeat, please.
Repeat, please.
Now just shut up, the lot of you, and follow me. Unless you're blind as well as... Oh, God's truth.
This Hurricane pilot has managed to single himself out a German cabbage crate, which gives us the perfect opportunity to illustrate Rule 7. Why, always start firing your 303 Browning machine guns at 1,000 yards. In doing so, you'll put up a wall of fire that no aircraft could possibly survive flying through.
Was ist das? Ist das Regen?
Nun, das ist England. Also, ja, wahrscheinlich.
And then, once you think you've holed your target enough, Rule 8 states that you should always fly up to your target and have a really, really good look at your marksmanship. Ah, that's not gone well. Oh dear, they look serious. Yeah, that does it. Rule 9. Always fly a Spitfire. I hope you all enjoyed this video, I really do. If you did, please especially like via Carrier Pigeon. Big shout out this week to Digital Digging, Ash007 and Averick for each dedicating far too much time and effort to help out with this one. Yeah. They too have channels, and you can check them out in the comments and description below. And as always, everybody, thank you to the kind people out there who support this channel via Patreon. Today's video was sponsored by Aidan Kennard, so thank you very much, Aidan. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Cheerio!
Gibt es irgendetwas, was sie für Sie tun kann? Föhn. Falke.
Jawohl, Herr Reichsmarschall. Geben Sie mir eine Staffel Spitfire.